Woke up this morning, the sky was gray. Another storm, another endless day. Thought I was drowning in the deep, but something in me refused to sleep. Every tear, every fear made me stronger, brought me here.
All right, so welcome to everyone to the quick start. Sudowrite in non-English language with me, Manon. Our other teacher, Dalia, is not feeling well today, so she's not going to be able to show up. So housekeeping. So we normally ask to have the camera off, so because it's going on YouTube, so this way you don't get other people to see you if you don't want them to see you on the YouTube. We also ask you to, if possible, keep it mute so we don't have feedback. If you have questions, though, please unmute and ask your question. What we mean by feedback is when there's noise around you and people coming inside the place where you are, and we hear them in the same time, which disrupt the flow when I'm teaching, or any teacher in that matter. So you can raise your hand. Inside the Zoom, there is a little heart at the bottom bar or the top bar, wherever your bar is, where you can click on it and raise your hand, or you can put the big word question like this inside the chat. And for me, it will be easier to find it. So at the top of the hour, you're also going to receive an email asking you for feedback. We love to have your feedback. We like to know if you like the class, if you learned something, and if you want something for future classes, please put it in the feedback email. We read them all. So here, this is Sudowrite with me. This is my YouTube channel, which is called Sudowrite with Mary. So pour mon YouTube channel en français. So ça c'est le YouTube en question, Sudowrite with Mary. And this is, if you find this page, this is me here. You're going to find the English classes. You're going to find all the non-language classes and the French classes. They're all on that YouTube channel. So what we can do with Sudowrite, you can write in English and French, Spanish, German, Italian. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to use the Swedish, German, Norwegian, Chinese, Japanese. We tried many that are not here, and they also work. There's a bit more going on. Sudowrite and those different adaptation storytelling, today's story, French, a bit of repetition, because Dalia wasn't here to do the intro, so I had to mash up things together. So again, here, this is Manon Doucette. I am an author, a teacher for Sudowrite, and I'm thrilled to guide you today in these classes and help you to write inside your language. I'm published author. I have many books published already, so you should be, you're in good hands. I do write in French, so I can get Sudowrite to write in French for me, and in many other language, like I said earlier. As you can see, you can read that. If you can also revisit the video. I'm pretty fast normally to get the video inside my YouTube channel, and you can go back and read all those little information that I added. Again, here I'm saying that the session is registered, so and recorded. So you're going to be able to sit on YouTube. My sessions are in French normally. Dalia normally is in German. What we're going to do, so the welcome, it's 5 minutes. I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to do Q&A at the same time and try to get you through to work with the Sudowrite as soon as possible. This is the introduction in German for people who are German. You can go back and read it. I will try to save some time here. This one is in a different language. Which language is that? I did this one a while back, but that's a different language. So basically, Spanish is right there. You can go back and read all those introduction inside your language. I guess I would have to add language with the Norwegian and the other one too. I will explain the eye strength and limitation. We're going to do that. That is from the old classes, but this explain a lot of information about the Grammarly. The AI is best in English because it's been written in English to start with. So we have to tweak it to write inside our language, and I'm going to show you how we do that. Writing different language, adjusting the setting, the prompt in real time based on the input with our magic little prompt that I found like a couple of years back where I was playing. I says, I want this to write in English, in French, sorry, because I was writing the memory of my grandfather. So the memoir of my grandfather. So all that information I will tell you. The starting prompt. So we're going to have a bit of fun. So let's get to Sudowrite as that's what we are here for. So let's share the different screens so we get right into the Sudowrite itself. All right, so this is the Sudowrite page. So for the one of you which are pretty new to Sudowrite, the very first page is this. So normally you will have some information here to tell you what's going on inside Sudowrite. Let's see if this one has the information. No. Okay, I have two accounts with Sudowrite. So one for my author and one for teaching. So this is the one for teaching here. So this is basically the first screen you're going to see. I want to know the people with me right now. They both of you understand well the English language, or do you struggle understanding what I'm saying? Are you all good with English, or are you struggling? I hope you can understand. So, all right. So first screen is this. English is good. Perfect. Thank you for the answer. I appreciate that. So your first screen is here. When you start a new project, you click on new. This is the import. So if you have something that you already written, a work in progress, even in your language, you can have it imported inside Sudowrite to have the AI to put it in the right spot. So this is where you bring your own work in progress. So if you have a manuscript, a lot of research, by example, I do a lot of nonfiction books and I import all my notes and research through the import and I go and work it out inside Sudowrite. I can maybe probably try to show you that. It's more like a different classes altogether, but I will try to show you as much as possible. Then here is when you have a lot of file and you're looking for something, because as you can see, I have quite a bit. I've been with Sudowrite for 3 years now and more. So this is where I can go and find what I'm looking for. We have that interrogation point where you can go and find all the other class during the week. Here, normally they are like 2 weeks in advance. They put them inside the Luma. That's where you are. That's where you got it from. The Discord, very interesting. The Discord, you should all be on the Discord for one very good reason. I'm going to have to open the other Discord because I'm signed out. That's what happened when you clean up your computer and all the history. So Discord, let me get my Discord open so you can see where we are on Discord. I will change the sharing on this one. And I will bring the information to the screen. Just give me a second. So Discord, sharing Discord. So this is the Discord. So when you click and you join Discord, if you don't have an account, you have to sign in with an account. Once you have it, you just accept the invitation when you click on Discord here. And then you're going to get inside the Sudowrite. Do you see my Discord? Yeah, okay. So this is under international that you can find us. So here under international, at the end of the day, you're going to find when I get the video ready, that's where you're going to find it. I'm going to put it in all the channel that you can click on it and get to the video directly on YouTube. So on this Sudowrite Discord, you can find a lot of information. You can get help very quickly. So if there's multi-language underneath, put your question here and someone will answer you. It's pretty quick. So that's another place where you can find a lot of information. So let's go back to Sudowrite. And I probably should share with my sound because eventually if I use it. Okay, so we have that. We have the guide, the YouTube. There's the YouTube channel for Sudowrite also. Suggest feature. If you want something like your language to be taken care of, please go and add it in the feature. If you have a problem, the glitch, you report it as a bug. You can email them directly, or you can use a chat bot and ask question, and the chat bot is pretty good into answering question too. Over here is where your account is, your credit left, managing your credit card or how you pay for it, changing your bill information is over here. Here there is that very interesting show recent activity. Is when you work with Sudowrite, you can see each item that you use, how many credit they use. And it's only the 5 last one that you see that's going to pop up. In the past, we were able to see the whole day by going up and down, but they kind of removed that. You can change the font. You can change the size of the letter, the space between your line. You can change the color in the back. Sometimes sorbet is a bit too bright for people. You can change the color over here. And you can show the word count, which will show in your project and indent your paragraph. You can also become a Sudowrite affiliate. All right, so far so good. I didn't lose anyone. I wish I could speak in everyone's language, but I cannot. Okay, so July classes, let's go in and let's try some of your language. All right, so here it's today's classes. I'm going to share this with you, which give us the formula. So the formula, the magic formula that I invent a few years back is write all, at the time wasn't all content. It's just last year that I figured out that all content was working better than write all in French or in your language. So when we write all content in the language of yours, it works much better. So this is the magic sentence that you have to use pretty much everywhere. So we copy this. I'm going to share this with you. Where's that? It's going to be inside the chat. There we go. So this is the magic formula. There we go. So here, this nudge Sudowrite to respond in your language instead of default English. You can use it in the key detail, guided write, the prompt, the beat header, the story Bible box, anywhere you want Sudowrite to generate text in your language. And I will show you that right now, what we mean by that. So let's copy this. The first place, if you go from top to bottom of your screen, is the right button. Do not click on the right button because it's going to start writing. Even if there's nothing on it, normally write something depending on how it feels. This, you go right there, right setting. So when you click on the down arrow, right setting. In the key detail, we're going to pass our prompt. And here I'm going to put in French to start. I'm very, very biased, which come with my model. I prefer excellent over all the other one. And the reason is because it works very well for me. So I'm going to recopy this and I'm going to try also the other language for you. This is your creativity level bar. So if you go at least, it's not going to have too much imagination. It's going to follow what you're asking for. If you put it in the middle, it's going to play in the between, and the most obviously is going to have a lot of magic and fairy tale and monster and things like that. So it's always fun to play depending on what you're writing in. So this is the first place where you put your magic prompt. This is the number of cards. I always put it at 1. And for me, because I know Sudowrite very well, I always put the max words. Before, we only had 50 all the way to 500. Now they have a max word, which is up to 2,000 words. Because I know how to work with Sudowrite, I put that maximum 2,000 words. It's very rare that it's going to write me 2,000 words, but when you want something to be finished, like a chapter or something like that, it's kind of useful to have that. In the key details, you can also put down what genre you're writing in, the writing style, and a few other information that you want the AI to know when you're using these laser tool that we called. All right, now, tone shifter, it's not required there. The guided one, you can also put it here as write all content in French, like this, and then put down, I like 5 story or things like that. So let's see if I go get, I think she put down something about stories. Maybe not. So, say 3 idea of language story for my class, just for the fun of it. I'm going to copy it, but I will change something here. I'm going to get a new, this is where you want a blank document, because I already have this information here for the class today. So when you don't want to write in the same project or the same area that you have notes in, you go here under the new and you click on blank. It's going to give me a blank one. And now I can go back in my guided and I'm going to put the information here, see what it's going to give us. And you can see here on the right, it's starting to write. And as I said, it's giving me 3 ideas of story. It's supposed to be 3 ideas of story. That's what I asked. Oh, no, you think it's the 3rd person limited perspective. Interesting. And I really did put down 3 ideas for language story for my classes. Maybe it's because I put all the content in French. You think that's a 3rd person right there. So here I will continue the story in French from the 3rd person limited perspective. Definitely a little bit of glitch here on what I ask. But Le Pouvoir des mots is definitely a story about language with Sophie in French, language and travel, murmura-t-elle, so she says. So it's giving me an idea of one idea of a story in French. Just this part, which kind of confusing, but hey, it gave me that. So let's see if I get one of your language and I ask the same question, what is going to give me? What is the difference between write and draft? The draft is this is a big one where you write a chapter. And I will show you that too. So the write button is also something you can use when you have a chapter written and you use the writing button. This is basically just a laser tool to work with. It's not where you're going to write a whole story with that button alone. But the draft, yes, the draft will write a whole story or a whole paragraph, a whole chapter. So let me go get those 2 other languages that we have. So we have Norwegian. So I'm going to put Norwegian here so we can test it. And I put down idea. And that's what it's going to give us. So go. And then I will go get the Swedish. So the person who's Norwegian, is this Norwegian enough for you? It looks like Norwegian. And now we have the other one. So I'm going to put all 3 over here. So we have the French. So I click insert and it's inserting it. And on top here, this is the title of this one. I'm going to put, oh. What is it doing here? He doesn't want to let me do what I'm looking for. Sometimes when you try to change the title, it's not always easy. What? Oh, because it's on 2 lines. Okay. So this one is in French. Then we have the second one. We're going to make some space, a few plus sign, or place. And we're going to get the second one that we asked for. Insert. So we have this one. This is not Swedish. This one is a Norwegian, right? And I'm going to get this. So I can share this with you guys so you can actually read it. Just give me a second so I can unmix them up. So this one is the last one, Swedish, and the other one is the Norwegian. We have another language that someone just came in, like LL, who speak maybe write in a different language. Swedish. So we have Norwegian, then we have Swedish right there. So we have 3 languages right now that I can show you that I know the result in French is pretty good. In Norwegian, it sounds like it's pretty good in Norwegian too. And then the Swedish is this one. So I will share this with you so you can read it at your leisure and let me know how bad or how good it is for idea on language story. If I understand well, you probably did the same thing for all of them. Is any of them give me 3 ideas of story, or it's all like the third person kind of story? Then button. I'm going to put these formula 2 inside the story Bible so you know what's going on. Here in the first one that I share with you, this is the story Bible. This is a little poster which I even printed myself. It's in front of my desk at work all the time. So I know that when I'm using the brain dump, which is where you put all the information about your story, unless you import your information inside Sudowrite, then you do not need basically the brain dump because everything is going to be done by the import. It's going to put a synopsis, it's going to put a genre, it's going to put character, it's going to put world building, it's going to create an outline, and then you can go and do your scene and draft. The style is done by you at all times. So let's jump into this, unless you have question on what I showed so far. Any question, or we jump inside the story Bible so I can show the draft? You can unmute and talk to me. Jump, jump. All right. Story Bible. This is the one here. So when you come in, it might be off like this. And it says, oh, if I click on it, nothing is happening. Just get that little slider over and it's going to open. This is the brain dump, the genre, the style, synopsis, character we're building, and the outline. The brain dump is this one. Right there, we put right away, write all in French, and for you, you put it in your language. The genre, same thing, write all in French, all content in French. The style goes later, but you can go, oh, I did that too fast. And I cannot, I click on doing my own. So basically, instead of using their feature like this one, you can get feature they have, you can do that too. So basically, if I was to use the action pack one, it has to be just 40 words. I will go right there and write it all content in French on top as an example. You can put your own writing style. You can do match my style in your language again. You can bring 2,000 words of your writing, put it here, click next, and it's going to give you your writing style. At the end, it's going to be like 40 words. So there's 2 steps to this. The first step is going to give you a description of what he sees. And if you're happy with the description, you click next. and then it's going to give you your 40 words. Sadly, most of the time it's in English, sometimes it's in French, but most of the time it's English. So my guess, right here, we put down write all content in French and bring my 2,000 words or less than 2,000 words because we spend 5 words here. So you put that there and you put your language, and then it probably will do it in your language. So let's see if I can test that for you guys. Home, French, French, French. I need something in French. French, 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 French. Enfin, petite histoire. Les artefacts mystérieux avec du langage. All right, so on a 5,000 mots. Donc here I have 5,000 words. I will highlight about 1,500 words. Oh, 3,000, I went way past. Okay, so 958. Don't think I can take this. No, as I'm going to stop at the chambre 202. Copy this. So this is French. Let's see what it's going to do. So that gives you an idea. Next, it's going to think and analyze. Do not do transcribe. Transcribe is not the right way. It's write all content in Swedish. And once you get it in all those boxes here, you're not having to do it again. So basically, that's why we try to get all those boxes filled up at the start. So as you can see here, it's in French. What we like to do, every author I know working with Sudowrite, we like to take this, highlight it, copy it, then do next. So you read it and you see if you like it and all that, and then you click next. And I'm guessing, I'm not sure what it's going to do next, if it's going to give it to me in French or in English. I may have to say, write all content in French, but let's see. Please transcribe in English. So the transcription is giving you it's giving me in French. Interesting. So the style in French, but there's more than 40 words. So it's in red down here. So this have to be fixed. How we fix it? In some of the language, we have little things like that, avec et une. These are just things to attach words together or sentence. So I just put a dash between, which become one word, and it reduces the amount of word, and now I can insert. You got that right? This part here, just put a dash between the words to reduce the number of words so you can attach it. It's never too late to put the magic sentence to write all content in your language. Never too late. All right. So we have our style in our language. So basically, I just put that magic sentence again inside match my style. If I had something for you guys in Swedish and stuff like that, like 1,900 words, I could do it for you. But be my guest, you can do it also here. Synopsis, you cannot write here right now to write everything in your language. And we don't have a story as yet. We have a bit of information up here. So let's get this one here. It's very, very short. I like to get something a bit more. I'm going to show you something else that you can play with. I will copy this here. I need to get that downloaded. I will nope, so that is it. That's my right on. On this sentence here, so I can copy all. All right, so I will do something here and show you something new that you may not know. You come inside Sudowrite and says, I have no idea what to do. For one thing, that's one thing we say to all the new students. Start with something you're not attached. Try with something new. Visit Sudowrite and test it. So when I started with Sudowrite and test it, I did test it quite a bit. I do start a brand new document. So new, blank. This part here, the plugin, there's a lot of information under the plugin. There is a lot of plugin in your language, so you can go and explore plugin in your language. So if you click on here, you go on the bottom here, multilingual, a lot of plugin to work inside Sudowrite in many different languages. So you can see I did a few of the plugin myself in French, or the one with the Canadian flag, and my name is there. So these are plugin you can use. I will not go too far on the plugin because we are already at 12:35 and I want to keep it on the hour. So let's go back in our story here. Under the plugin again, these plugin, if you're brand new, you don't probably have nothing already there. But if you're brand new, this is there. First draft, twist, poem, Canva, visuals, and feedbacks. The first draft here, you click on it. This is a place where you can start an article, research, or a mystery. You can read what they do here. Do not click on it. It's using your credit, but it's going to start writing for you something for mystery or something nonfiction. What I want to do is put down what I copy on their side. So le pouvoir des mots. And I tell it that's at the third. He doesn't like the RD. I'm using the Grammarly. This is Grammarly, which is correcting all the time. And I put down write all content in French. Sudowrite, this normally doesn't work when we ask in language, so I'm going to try it to see if it works. But if you write in English, it does a beautiful job. But let's see if it's going to work right now. So it's working. Je suis désolée, je ne peux pas continuer avec cette demande. Oh, why not? It's giving me an error. All right, so if you see something like this, it's an error. For some reason, it doesn't like it. I will copy this. I will simply make a screenshot. I will go here and I will go report a bug. I'm going to take my screenshot. I will attach it. Error in and how am I supposed to write that? Okay, I will. One thing that you will see inside when you do this is asking you, hold on, I will go back. This activity ID, people says, what's the activity ID? The activity ID is right over here under the gear. Show your activity, the recent activity, the first draft. Click twice on it and you see ID copied to your clipboard. Then you bring it here. Then this way they will go in and figure it out. So this is the first draft. All right, then so they know there's an error, they will go and check and fix it. They're very, very quick. You're going to receive also an email saying that they receive it and they're going to be working on it. Or they're going to ask you more questions. All right, so why this did not work, I do not know. All right. Not a blank. Let's see what happened. Oh, no. Let's see. Right, content in French. Oh, I click enter. As soon as you click enter, it's gone. What is it going to do? There's nothing to do. It looks like going nowhere. Detail better draft. Okay, I'm going to copy this part here. See if it's just what I asked earlier, which seems to be the problem. You might be write all the content, it doesn't want to do it. Sometimes they also change the, there, it works. All right, I'm going to do the same thing with the two other language so you can look at it. So I'm not sure how many words is going to give me, but he's writing me a story. Oh, I cannot touch it. make me sick when you do that. Any question during this thing is writing the it's also called a draft when we want to. This is writing me a nice story about police. A lot of time the police call Leblanc. Some of the things like that, when you write in your language, you may see some name coming back, like the bad person is a Blackwood or something like that in your language. So we had 900 words. And it's still going. 1,000 words. I guess he missed me to write story with this one, first draft. Any one of you ever used the first draft like that? So the idea is to get those 2,000 words. I can go forward to show you the rest of the story Bible. What do you think about the first draft? That's perfect. I'm going to have my 2,000 words to put inside the brain dump, and we can actually get a synopsis written. And I can show you a couple of other things to do also. Looks long? Yeah, it can be writing a first draft. It's not so bad when it's normally it's about 2,000, between 500 and 3,000 words first draft to give you an idea of a story. Definitely not something you put in a book and just go and publish. Laisse rappeler chaque détail, enfoui. Yeah, it's it could become a series, when it's a crime and the police and things like that. Definitely you can start the series with that. Will be the first story, and then you can ask Sudowrite to get a series based on that cup. As soon as it's finished, I will show you that too. I'm going to try to show you a lot of things in one shot, so if it's too much, stop me in the middle and say, hey, that's too much, my head is spinning. I really like this thing to stop at some point. Sauf la page marquée, il prit le livre, le rangea précieusement. It's really well written. Elle descendit les escaliers. There we go. First draft. All right, so 3,142 words. I can read pretty fast, so it's an interesting story. So the night of the storm. Going to copy the first 2,000 words to show you how we do the... Let's stop right there. Copy this. So now we have an idea of a story. I'm going to go in Story Bible. I'm going to put it inside the brain dump. Brain dump already have that write all in French. So we have our first 2,000 words or less because I stop at the paragraph to paragraph. So it gave us an idea of a story. We could go and do a lot more than that. The genre, that's where I want to know, because I don't know everything about that story. So how do I want to know quickly, just for the sake of this class? I will ask ChatGPT. Inside Sudowrite, you have your ChatGPT. So on the Mac is Command K, where this shows up. On a window, I think it's Command or something too. But if you don't, because I don't have a window, if you highlight text like this, it's going to show up here as quick edit. So you click on that. So for me, I will remove that. I will just go Command K. And if you do it with the highlight in the bottom, it will show you what it is for your window computer. How does the outline works with draft? I will show you that too. So here I'm going to ask, quick edit is to write something. If you say you highlight a a text, like a paragraph or a sentence, and go quick edit and says, please change language or change person or make it more strong, or the person is more unhappy, very pissed off, write it down here. So it's going to rewrite the sentence in the way you want it. Right now, what I'm interested is in the quick chat, because I'm going to ask what's the genre and writing style of this story. Here you can ask also if you want to pay for it. You can move this little button to on, then you're going to use credit. Right now it's free, no credit. So I'm going to say, please give me the best genre for this story. You could ask in French, but I'm so used to ask in English. I prefer to ask in English. You can see here in the chiclet that is going to go in the story, and it goes in a genre. It says, well, there's nothing in a genre. So it's telling me basically, ceci ressemble à un genre de thriller. So a thriller, psychological thriller, or a mystery. It says the tension is palpable. So this is pretty good. So entrée genre du thriller. So I can highlight this, sentiment profond, or drame. So I will just sombre émotionnel. I will take this part here, which make more sense because it's giving me two perspectives in a genre. It's giving me the perspective of Alexander, if I believe is what he's doing. And this one is under the perspective of Leblanc, which is basically the inspector. So I will go with Alexander here and use this as a psychological thriller / or mystery. With a lot of tension. The atmosphere is very dark. The game is emotional, very strong around the mysterious death of Alexander. So this is not on his perspective, but it's about his death. So we can take that. We're going to go in the genre, and I'm going to enter that right here. So now we have a genre. Here we have already the style. If we don't like the style, we can do the same thing. We can go back up and said right here, can you also give me the best writing style for this story? Immersive, descriptive would be ideal. Use evocative sentence with detailed sensory to give the atmosphere and the tension. Le ton introspectif qui reflète la pensée émotionnelle de Leblanc. Renforcement, impact, psychologie du récit. N'hésitez pas à jouer avec le rythme. All right. I like the immersive descriptive. I like this part. Then I can go get evocative and detail sensor. So, okay, let's see. This part here is what I like inside that style. So let's see if we have enough space in the style to put that down. No, we don't. Style, mysterious, perspective, omniscient, present, vocabulary rich. These are oh, no, I don't think we want humor inside that. So I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to enter this phrase. Ideal, immersive. I will go back and get the rest of it. I don't think it's curiosity and this, it's more like dynamic. Yes. Let's get the rest of this. As all right, now we have a bit of patch up style. So we have it's all, that's French. Okay, it's all French. So I got it all in French. Now, what's missing here? Our little French, right, all in French, it's missing. Good, so we are at 39 words, so just basically on the mark. All right, so let's get our synopsis written. So we have write all in French, all content in French. We have it supposed to be here too, write all content in French, and it's basic itself on the brain dump, the genre, and sometimes the style when it gets the synopsis. So let's get this going. See, and the synopsis is going to affect the character, the world building, the outline, and the scene. So this one is, you see when you click on it in the bottom, you see this section affect the scene, the character generator. And this one, the synopsis, outline, scene, and chapter generator. So this one doesn't even work on the synopsis at all. So generate the synopsis. Any question during I'm doing this? I'm going to get to the outline. I'm going on the way down. We're going to get to the outline too. Sorry, I think you lost me. Where can I find how and where you put the magic formula again? I can try it after the class. In every box. So as soon as you open a new project, you put it inside your brain dump, like I did here, brain dump, or the very first one before you showed up, it's under the writing. You go down arrow, writing setting, and that's where you put, the first place where you put it is right here, and choose your mode. As you choose your mode, do not choose Muse. Muse doesn't do any other language, that's just English. It's not multi-language. Excellent is, you see the little multilingual box here? It's right there. It does multi-language. Basic, which is very cheap, also do multi-language, and a few other one here. I'm not going to go in all of them. You can go and click on every one of them, and if you don't see multi-language, is because it doesn't do other language but English. All right, so where are we here in our synopsis? So he wrote a synopsis all in French. It's pretty, we're talking about this guy. He wake up the next day. Alexander is there. So durant un 6 important moins there's the inspector coming in. So there will be a few more people showing up. So we have two persons, the person who passed away and the inspector or the person called Leblanc. We have 707 words of synopsis, all in French. So again, you are totally, yeah, if you use Muse, it's just in English. There's no other language for Muse, it's just English. So here we have a synopsis, you read it, you can change it at any time. You can go in and type things that you don't like or retype it the way you want. You never attach to all the words which are generated by Sudowrite. You can always go and change it to make it your voice. It's your voice at the end that you want in your book. So more you change the information here, more the AI will understand the way you want it to be written, and it's going to follow more your instruction. You can also use the rewrite. Now, some of you may have worked with Sudowrite and says, oh my God, he gave me a synopsis, it's in English, but I really like it in my language. How you fix it? Rewrite. And how you do that? I'm going to go get one of my other one here to give you a good, let's see, write all content in Norwegian. Let's get to my synopsis. Let's see if it's that work again. I will just put my magic information here and I say, all right, all in Norwegian, rewrite. So if you got a very good one, but it's in English and you want it in your language, let's see if that works. So the person who's in Norwegian, is this working? Seems to be it's working. So instead of asking to translate, you tell it that rewrite it in your language. just by using the rewrite over here. How's that sound? And that can be done to any of the rewrite you can find around. So we put it back in French because if not, it's going to be very mixed up. We'll copy this for you so you can read it. I will put it here and I will get it back in French. It's going to give me a title too. If it's going to give it in Norwegian or in, yeah, it did in Norwegian. Pretty good. All right, so let's go back to this one. Oh, I guess I should share it for you, huh? Share. Perfect. Thank you for answering, Espen. All right. It's not easy for Sudowrite to go from English to French to Norwegian. So if it was English to Norwegian, probably it sounds a bit better. That would be my guess here. So let's go back to our synopsis. If you want to go back to your synopsis, your previous synopsis, the little clock over here, click on it. You go to the previous one, which is in French, and you say restore. So you can always restore once you see that little clock. All right, so we have our synopsis. Let's get some character going here. Synopsis, now that it's done, I'm going to go get my little sentence. The trick is going to be it to me because I get that over here. There we go. Write all content in French because now the synopsis is there and I want to make sure is going to, remember here, the section affect character, word building, outline, and scenes. So I want my character to be in French. This is a 50-50. Sometimes it will, sometimes it's not. When I do all of them, normally it doesn't do very well for me, but I want to know what it's going to give me for other character there. It's risky. It can give me everything in French or everything in English. One thing before I go further in the character zone, here, the customize. When you click on this here, you can go and customize every part of your character and you can put it in your language. So you can ask the role in your language, the nickname in your language, the role plot. For me, they're all in English because I'm so used to use it that way and get information in French in different way. So you can ask these in your language. So you can just go add and say in your language, please, in French, what would be? Quel est le rôle de ce caractère? And it says add to current, save new. And now we go and ask to generate all the character. So we'll see if it's going to give me the information in French or everything will be in English because of customize is already in English. Seems to need a bit of editing, but it's not bad at all. Perfect. That's what I said. It's always very important. You read things you don't like, fix it, change it, add the information you want. You have all the way to 800 words to go and fix that. Or one thing that we can do, you can write 2,000 words, put it in here in the brain dump and delete the synopsis. Use only the brain dump to write everything you're looking for. They kind of having a little safeguard in Sudowrite for that. So here he wrote in French. So perfect. So I have my protagonist, which is Leblanc Moreau. So that little thing here, write all content in French, did work this time for the character. So like I say, sometimes it's go, sometimes it's not, but this one is working. So again, it's telling me that this is the protagonist and is the victim enquêté. So one character here, Alexander Moreau is a major character. So you don't have to fix these, it's up to you. I like to do it because this way I know that I did go in and read. So I know it's there and I look at it already. So, and one thing that I like to do is make sure that they have their proper gender. For me, it's very important in my story. If you wrote your own synopsis, no, you don't have to put it in a brain dump. The brain dump, though, is helping to affect a few places. So basically, it's affecting the synopsis. But if you don't have any synopsis, and because you don't have enough words in synopsis, you can use a brain dump and do the same thing, but ask for the character, and it's supposed to give you the character and all the information by using the brain dump instead of the synopsis. But yes, you can bring your own synopsis, no problem. So here we have another, this is Le Sphinx. Okay, the inspectors. I will not do all of them, but we have how many characters we have, because in the synopsis and the whole information, we only see 2 characters, one which is there, then one which, or we say 3, because we know Leblanc is not supposed to be the inspector. Is he the inspector? She become enquêtrice malgré elle. So she become basically the enquêteur, but then the inspector is over here. So from the synopsis, read properly the synopsis, we'll know she's one character is the dead person, and there will be someone which doing the inspector. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 character for that story. So it's not too bad. Okay, now the word building. Very, very important to do a story in any language is the world building. And I'm a bit over the hour, so I can keep going so we can get all the way to the outline. You can stick with me. I will try to get that done inside 15 minutes. Is that okay? Perfect. All right. Word building. Very, very important for your story. This is, to me, that's the heart of your story. If you bring your own story, if you're writing from scratch, anything, this is what gives the most information to the AI. And as you can see, I have a lot more than the basics. So here, the basic are here, and then the custom is the one that I had with time. So I have special cards for monster and horror stories. I have special card for all kind of information that I need for my character. The important things to do here is generate, like, where is it? The location. What's the setting of the story? And go and click. You go and ask what the location, who's the culture, which year is that story about? This is also very important. So you can go and create a custom one and ask the time. So like for me, I have already one, which is the timeline. So here's telling me this is the house of Leblanc. So that's where I guess the person is going to pass. So l'élégante maison bourgeoise, the 19 era. Give me information about the house. You can read it and see all that and see if you like it. The era. So one thing I like to know is the timeline. So the timeline, I'm going to show you how I did that. If I go and customize, and I'm going to looking for the timeline. So when you go customize here and you write a word here, like era, by example, and in the description say which era is the story, as an example. Save. Just as an example. So where did you put this? The problem is they kind of put them at different place. Generate. Let's see if I can find era. Should be the last one. Nope, we changed the place. Okay, era right there. Let's see if you understood the question. Go. When you get all the cards to tell the AI what you're writing about, you can even ask character, timeline. There we go. Sur le présent hanté. L'histoire se déroule en France contemporain au 21e siècle. So it's giving me the information on when the story. So it's possible there's iPhone and things like that. So the technology is numérique. Les méthodes d'investigation modernes. So this is a modern story. So it's not like something in the 1900, 1909, where there's horses and things like that. So this is important to the AI to have that information. So if you're writing a story, please let the AI know when the story is written. So the year, the location, where it is, it's very important to get this going. So government at the time. So what's the government is about at the time? I want to know the economy, custom setting, organization. I want to know a bit more new words. No, clan. So that's more in the past. Prose, no timeline. I will get this one. This one, the character, it might give me more for information. So l'état moderne, democracy. So it's telling me about what's going on, how the law is working, the juridic law. It's the French one. The police is national, centralized in gendarmerie de la zone rurale. So it's telling me about how the police is, how the people who live in that cities are. So that's very important to have, to center this information around your story. So if you write, I write bio and things like that. So it's like my grandfather was in 1920. It was in the north of Quebec, so it didn't have the same language. And today there was no cell phone and things like that. So the AI needed to know that information to get all this going. So let's see if I can get one more card. Technology, gouvernement, cultural, religion, Spanish, clan, new word, fantasy, nonfiction. Let's see the timeline here. So the timeline that I made myself is giving me more along the line on helping the outline. And then we get to the outline. I will show you this part, also very important. This is new. You can ask information about, here we go. So it's giving me information about when the building was built, the age of the bourgeoisie, and a few information here, which would be very interesting to understand, because it says that the time is interlaced together. And the événement, today, what's going on is in 2023. There's another mystery in 2021, and the modern numeric things, 2000 to 2020. So it's giving me some information which are very interesting about the story, which also keep the AI on track on this. Let's get so we have our timeline. Okay, good. So we have a few information, but like I said, get more information for your story done before you write everything. So we have a nice timeline. Here, the outline now. The outline, you can have all chapter written at the third person POV past tense. I prefer first person present tense to bring my reader or my readers in, sorry. And you can ask for, say, all the chapter, or you can customize per chapter. So you can go chapter 1 and it's going to be customized. So in one way, to me, it is customized at all time anyway. One thing I should show you here too, which I really like to do, I will leave it at the third person past tense, and I will show you why. Because it's giving me a better, more detailed outline. We're going to choose this one for now for all the chapter, and I'm going to show you a trick that I'm using. We're going to use here, we go on a drop down for the outline type. So we can use the novel outline, hero's journey, the Hollywood beat, the story circle, romance outline, or your own. If you have an outline already, you go on your own. Customize this one, copy your outline, pass it here. Then use custom outline. With this, you're going to have your outline rewritten a little bit. Normally, it doesn't go too far. It normally follows your outline pretty much to the letter. And you can get your full outline that you already have for your manuscript right here. Or if you have your favorite writer or author, you can see what's the outline my favorite author is using. You can ask the ChatGPT or someone and say, this is the outline my favorite author is using. Please use that outline. And you do custom, and the AI will understand that. So let's go for the outline here for the novel, and let's try this one for now. you click here. So it's going to go and get all the information we give to the AI, the style, the genre, the synopsis, the character, and the world building. And it's going to build an outline. Any question during is doing the outline? So far, so good? All right. Hopefully it's not going to take too long for the outline. It's almost halfway. So much credit we use so far. So general element, less than 2,000 credit. The all character at 34,000 credit is using a lot of information. My character are very detailed, so do not base yourself on these numbers because my character has a lot of information in them. So as I can show you right now. So I have their role, their physical, their gender, their sexual orientation, their voice, how they speak, if they are human, fairy tale, dragon, their archetype, if they're wounded, if they had a problem like a car accident at 15 here, a feeling of insecurity, their age, the evolution in the story, what they want, the truths they discover, so what they're going to discover in the story, and so on, their skills, their quirk, like you can see, I have a lot of information. And then as you can see, when I work in monster and things like that, these are monster traits that I ask that I need for my story. So as you can see, it says, this is no monster, this is all human people. All right. What I was trying to show you for the outline is done. So yeah, I saw your connection go in and out. Sorry about that, but you'll have the video, no problem. And you go inside Discord under the multilingual or international, you're going to find it right there. Hopefully by tonight or tomorrow morning, it should be there. The trick I want to show you guys is this. As you can see, we have this chapter 1. It's very small and it's at the third person past tense. What I like to do here is I like to go here, change it, go here, put it at present tense. And now, because I want more details, I don't do the rewrite there. I go here and I go rewrite over here. And I just say go. It's going to rewrite it. And the way you know it's rewriting is going that transparent kind of line going around. It says, okay, she changed from third to first, from past to present. It's going to rewrite that. But what I like is the magic is doing in the same time. It's going to give me a lot more details, as you can see. So my outline chapter 1 has a lot more details in the scene, in the feeling of the people, what's happening, and what's going on at the end of that chapter. And it's doing that on its own, just by changing this part from third to first, past to present. And it's all in French. So compare the two, I prefer this one to work with. Now this is done. We're going to go and get our magic sentence again. Sorry about that. We still haven't got everything working the way we want yet. So I'm going to go chapter 1. Going to put this right there. Write our content in French. Now I read all that and I said, okay, perfect. I'm ready for chapter 1. We go to the 3 dots and that's where we go and do our first chapter, which show right here, chapitre 1, Une nuit pluvieuse. And this is where we start everything. Now we have to connect it. The first chapter is connected to the first chapter in the outline. You could connect it to any of them if you want. So if you go in the middle of a chapter, it says, okay, it's not connected to the right one, you can go and do that. Once you have chapter 1 done, you can connect it to chapter 2. So we have to be done first. So you have 3 choices here. You can chat with ChatGPT and ask for idea that says, oh, please let me know if chapter 1 makes sense. Should we change something? Da, 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 da. You can go and do that. You can ask to generate 3 different entries. So I can go and click here. Where's this one shows up? And it's going to write me 3 different opening for the story. I'm not sure if it's going to do it in French or in English, but it's going to write 3 of them. Or you can write directly a rough draft. And this is where the draft is. This is where you're going to have your chapter written. So it's writing me 3 different story starter. 1, 2, oh, just 2. And now it's chiclet. So it's getting the information on all of these things, most of them. So you got, see, this is word building. This is the 2 character word building, the 2 character. 4 part of the word building is going to be used in chapter 1. He's looking at the genre and the writing style. And it's giving me 2 entry for the story. Not sure why it didn't give me 3. It's supposed to give me 3. It gave me 2. You can read them, figure out if you like them, use them. You can enter them here. Once you enter those here, you cannot go and ask to generate a rough draft. So for fun, I love to have this generate first, and then I go and click here, and then I ask to generate my scenes. So this is chapter 1, our part of the outline, and then we can ask to generate our scenes. Or what I like to do, because these are basically scenes, what I do, I will show you the difference. Let's see how long he's doing. So he's checking at the style, the genre, the synopsis, the outline. And he should give me 3 to 5 scenes. He's looking for the perfect formatting. And as you can see here, the last part that we did, it's still here. First person POV, present tense. This part, very, very, very important. We're going to change it right now because it's writing. Okay, done, it's writing. This part here, very, very important. It's not muse. Muse doesn't go French. So go change it right away to excellent. In excellent, you can also tell excellent information. If you have a way that you write and you want that story written, you can add 1,000 words here of your own writing that you says, this is how I want the story written. You enter it here in that box. And you'll know this is how you want excellent to write. So here I will go and put down write all content in French. It's another box I can put it in. Then we put down use excellent. All right, so we have our 3 information here. Our scenes, we have to go and read them. When they are underlined like this, that's because it took it from the character box. It's there. Alexander is at character box. We don't see anything about world building in here. It's all just character. If there was something from the world building, it would be underscore also. And you can just go and say generate. I didn't put down on top of my scene to write all in French, so hopefully it's going to do it. Because normally I would have to go on top of my scene and add that magic sentence. Let's see if you got it or not. All right, so here's telling me scenes are in a 3rd person instead of the 1st person present. So he knows there's an error in the scenes. So stuff are the 3rd person. So you can go and read it and says, no, it's fine. That's the way it's supposed to be. Or says, okay, go and fix it. It's up to you. So let's see if we don't touch it. Says some of the part is in the 3rd person. That's fine. Or fix it. I'm a bit. just in English. Muse is just in English. I just want to get this one to work fast. If I go fix, it takes more time. So let's go and generate our first scenes. Because we're already at 119. That's the thing with Sudowrite. It's becoming so intense and so much information in it that it's very, very hard to keep inside the hour because the generation takes a long time. It has a lot of information to go through. Je passe devant le salon, notre dernière conversation. So it's basically like a flashback. That's why I didn't change it to the first person because I think that's what the AI was looking for the first chapter. There we go. Here there's a pause. You can pause right now instead to go to scene number 2. So this is scene number 1. And so far it's basically telling what's happened before, I guess, she wake up in the morning because the person is dead. And we have 1,016 words for just scene 1. The other way that I do it, that I wanted to show you too, is I'm going to duplicate chapter 1. You can duplicate as many times as you want until you get what you're looking for. It's going to give me another chapter 1, and you can see copy. And here, I will go here. I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to go in here and delete everything. What I'm going to do, and what I love to do, because the way I do my chapter here, and they basically scenes, I go and copy this, which give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scenes. And I put them right here in the scenes. And we were okay with that. So I like this scene better than the scene they give me. So that's another way you can go about. So first person present. Now here, we don't go to scene number 2, we're going to scene number 1. And we start back. So this way I have 6 scenes, more details in my story. And because, as you can see, they are basically scene. So from there to the office to this scene here, talking about Alexander. Then the next scene is when LeBlanc shows up with urgency. Then the police arrive with the siren going. And that's funny here, it doesn't give me any trouble. Everything is green. The tense, the atmosphere, the beats, everything work out. All right. So I go and write. This is my favorite way to use Sudowrite is by changing my outline this way. Copy this instead of generating my own scenes or getting Sudowrite to generate scenes the way it's done. So get it back there. It's having a hard time to go back. I may have crashed it. Oh no, it's going. So we have 600 words written, 7. Most of my story are much better when I use this way than the other way. So this means, yeah, I got that. All right. All right, so this is draft. This is where your first chapter getting written. I will pause after scene 2 and show you how to link chapter 2 to your chapter 1 so you have a continuity. And after that, I think we'll have a pretty good session. Any question or anything you like me to show you that you are having trouble with that I haven't gone over? Go pause. We're going to go chapter 3. Or chapter 2, not 3. We're going to use that cute little information here. We're going to go into chapter 2. Rewrite. That's not where it goes. It's over here. Come on. Let's get chapter 2 going. May have a problem to attach it because chapter 1 is not finished. So you can see by using Sudowrite this way, you have many different ways to go about it. It's going to have a fun thing because then I didn't finish chapter 1 at all. As you can see the difference between the two, you can use these very easily. You can say, okay, I'm happy with this and I want to get this generated in scene. It can be done that way too, no problem. There's 3 or 4 different ways to go about using your, what that has for, create your outline to become your chapter. All right. So here you can see it's linked to chapter 2 of the outline, the continuity of copy of chapter 1. So chapter 1. So this is the last one we did. So you link it to this. So you should start at the end of chapter 1 and keep going with the story. Now we're going to go generate rough draft. Instead of generating new information, I will go this way. So we have the third person, we have another person here. So we have quite a bit of people showing up in scene by scene. First person present tense, change the muse to excellent. And I forgot to go and ask about, oh, it's there. So the one thing that they make sure is that shows up in all your information in that story is going to say all in French. So that's a good thing. They make it that we don't have to write all the time, but it's always muse when you show up. And then it's supposed to go and link from chapter 1, continue the story. It will look funny because the story on the chapter 1 is not finished. So it's going to stop and says, well, it's a bit funny because it just go from the 1. All right, question. Where do I find the square climbers for the magic formula on the Mac? I'm not sure if I understand the question here. The magic formula is the one here, the write everything, all contents in your language. Is that what you're looking for, the magic formula? Or you're looking for the chat? The parentheses. The parentheses are beside the letter P on my book on my laptop, and that's the square parentheses. You're welcome, I guess. All right. So this is how you link your future chapter to your story. So question time. And then after that, we're done. We've been an hour and a half together. So I really hope you learned something. Please don't forget to check your email when you receive the email asking you for feedback for the class to let me know how well I did and what else you'd like to learn in the future. So any question at all, or you all feel confident that you can get your story going? And please don't be shy to go inside this Sudowrite, myyoutube.com @Sudowrite with Mary. You'll find a lot of information here on French classes. They should be on their playlist. So we have books, songs, authors, Sudowrite International are right here. The French ones are right there. So we have quite a few, 24 chapter, 24 video and 58 video international, basically, which include all the French one too. And these one are just in French. So what's the question here? Thank you, LL. I appreciate. Thank you, very informative. As a newbie, there was a video that goes from A to Z on how to write a book. Which language you are in? English. There's a lot of video which goes from A to Z, but it's more like, I will go with not erotica. I will go with the Sudowrite one here with 98 video, and some of them has, where are they? The adult horror, we have a 3-part. So it's about 5 hours worth of video. And I think this is a very big one that we did with John, which show you from A to Z on how to write a book. I don't know a lot of author which finally got a book totally finished. The Elvis Presley might be a very good one to look at. This one here. So it's a three session. Writing the memoir of Elvis Presley. I believe I pretty much got the whole book written with these 3 sessions. So hope you enjoy all those classes. There's a lot of information on my YouTube channel. All right, and on this, I will stop the recording. So again, thank you so much. My name is Manon Doucette. I really had fun with you today, sharing my knowledge of Sudowrite.
Come take a journey, step inside, where stories bloom and hearts collide. From French cafes to Spanish skies, we write the world, no need to hide. Muse is calling loud and clear, in every voice, in every sphere. With Manon by your side, let Sudowrite be your magic guide. No borders, no walls, just rhythm and rhyme. Writing in every language, one line at a time. From Berlin dreams to Rome's old stone. With moves in your hands, you're never alone. So dive in deep, let your words be free. This is your global symphony. Custom prompts and secret hacks, we find to muse and never look back. In German journals or tales in French, we spark the fire, no need to quench. Write with flair, with truth, with soul. In every tongue you'll feel whole. Sudowrite's the key, just take the chance and let your voice begin to dance. Oh, dark, no borders, no walls, just rhythm and rhyme. Writing in every language, one line at a time. From Tokyo lights to Chile's breeze, we're crafting dreams with creative ease. So dive in deep, let your words be free. This is your global symphony. Écris ton rêve, cuenta tu historia, verschreib mit